Hello YouTube, this is a video of I got a 02 F350, the VSM keyless entry module. Problem is my marker lights, when I shut the door at night, they go blinking off and on, just sit there chirping. Interior lights and all would just chirp and wouldn't go out. But sometimes it took a minute, then it got where it was longer and longer, and then when the truck was running, I'd come up to like a store and get out or something without the keys in the ignition, the lights sit there and just chirp. And somebody was telling me, yeah, it might be the gym module. Well, this is the 02 F350 and they quit with the gym module. The gym module is actually on a 99 and a 2000 and a 2001, and I don't know about the earlier ones, but the gym module, if it would have one, it would be under this, behind the fuse panel in there. But this one don't have one. It has a VSM keyless entry module. This took over the gym module. You can see right here, this is my old one. It come out. It's the 02, and this one I'm holding in my hand. You see that number on there? It's 2C7T-15K602AF. Okay. This one, I done got it plugged in, and I'm pretty sure it come out of an 03. Cause see, it's a bad lighting in here, but maybe you can see it. It is a 3C7T-15K602AE. I heard that any of them that started with a 2, but I'm not for sure. Mostly come out of a 02 model. But you know, they had that in between year where they might have started with these 3s. But this one, all I had to do was plug it right in, and everything went to working. I had interior lights and all back without all the chirping and going off and on. But I did unplug my old one and just rode around without the gym module being in there. Well, not the gym module, the VSM keyless entry module. Excuse me. This truck is a 02. It don't have no gym module. Okay. And what I found out was that when you unplug that and ride around without it, you have to manually turn on your interior lights to see, like if you was getting something out of your truck at night, you couldn't use, when you open the doors, the interior light will not come on. And so you had to reach for your manual switch and turn the lights on the inside. And plus you had no door locks whatsoever when you unplug it. But you could still unplug it and ride around and everything worked fine. Only thing is, you didn't have no outside, no interior lights when you open the doors, and plus you couldn't lock the truck. You had to manually push the locks up and down, which that's not a big deal either. But if you don't get it programmed with the keyless, with your remote key, you cannot open it with your keyless remote. But I don't ever use mine anyway. It's old, so all I wanted was my locks to work, and I'll have a demonstration of where my locks work. Now, let's shut the door. Alright, put my keys in here. We're going to crank the truck. Turn on the AC. My door locks work like they're supposed to. And you'll see that my remote does not work, but still that's the only thing that don't work. You probably have to take it to the dealership, which most dealerships don't want to work on vehicles this old. It's a 02, but still it's old. Not my eyes, it ain't that old. But I'll show you that one good thing, you can't lock your keys up in the truck, but during the ignition I'll show you this. We'll switch the truck off. leave the keys in the ignition, and now I'm going to lock the doors. Just lock the doors with the key in the ignition. Hear that? That's when you're getting out and you mistakenly leave your keys in the ignition. When you lock the doors automatically lock back. And you have your interior light, still works. No one on the internet had said any, had much on this VSM module, but this is my video on this thing. Like I said, I just changed it out with a 3. I went with that 3 there instead of a 2, and it works just fine. Thank you.